Well, good morning and welcome back again to SDG Replays. My name is Kent, and we're going to be switching gears as we were playing a little football this morning. Now we're switching gears back to Glory Days Boxing and boxing in the Bunker Boxing League. This morning we're going to be presenting a bout that I have a great interest in. I haven't disclosed this before, but I'm a twin. I have a twin brother named Keith who's a missionary in the country of Bulgaria. And so sibling rivalry was always big and heavy growing up between me and him, very competitive. And so this morning, I want to take a look at a bout that's going to be between two brothers who were both great fighters, both of them bantamweight fighters. Interesting enough, Gaby Canizales is the older of the two. He's it's about 5 years older than Orlando, but they both, in their careers, won the bantamweight titles, and interestingly enough, they won them at the same age. Orlando's coming about 5 years after his brother Gaby. So both very talented fighters. As you can see, Gaby Canizales had a career record of 48 wins, 8 losses, and 1 draw with 36 knockouts. Orlando, 50 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw with 37 knockouts. So both of them very comparable careers. Orlando probably is considered the better of the two fighters, and you can see this playing out on their cards. Orlando is a power puncher. He does have power. He's a 5 and 7 when his opponent is stunned. His chin knock down rating is a 2, and he will stun 3 and 4. His chin KO is a 2. His will is a 4. He cuts at 7. He fouls at 5, and his stamina is 65. His brother Gaby has a little better stamina at 70. When it comes to punching accuracy, Orlando is more accurate on the inside at 52%, 0 to 52. He will land. On the outside, 0 to 47. His defense is average. From 1 to 2, he'll take away a punch. And 3 to 5, he will add 1, and he counters from 1 to 6. His older brother Gaby, his power is not as great, as he's a 4 and 5. His chin knockdown is a 3, and he stuns 4 and 5. And his chin KO is a 2, just like his brother's. His will is a 4, just like his brother. Both of them cut very relatively easy, as Gaby's an 8, where Orlando's a 7. He fouls at a 6, but in this bout, we're going to have Mills Lane as our ref, and he's tough on fouls, so it's going to be an added 2 to each. So Gaby will foul at 8, up to 8, and Orlando 7. As far as traits, Orlando has no traits, but Gaby has the slug it out trait. So we're going to add +1 to both fighters' punches landed on toe-to-toe exchanges. So when the two brothers start going at it toe-to-toe, we're going to add 1 to the encounters. Gaby's is not as accurate as his brother. On the inside, he likes to punch as well, as does Orlando, 0 to 50. Outside, he's less accurate, 0 to 43. His defense is not quite as good as his brother, as he's only going to take away a punch on rolls of 1. At 2 to 5, he will be adding a punch, and he counters 1 to 5. That's to figure which brother they're going to instruct in this bout. So Mills Lane brings the two brothers out, kind of both sheepishly grinning at each other as they touch gloves, and the bell rings as the dice roll, as we start this fight off, it's a 4 and a 4, and it'll immediately go toe to toe from the outside as they both start firing off. Orlando will go first as he's the, and I failed to mention, he's an 8-star fighter to Gaby's 6, so Orlando will be leading off. 64 from the outside. He misses. Gaby looks to fire back with a 74 of him from the outside himself. And they both miss as we go to the second segment in our fight. I got to get things set up over here. 240 segment of our match. Both firing and missing in the first. 5 and a 4. See, this time, Gaby on the offensive from the inside. 0-3 from the inside. He fires a vicious salvo of punches, landing 5 punches as he gets off first. He's the first brother to land any punches in this segment. And there will be no defense from Orlando as we go to the 220 mark here in the round. 4 and 4. We'll again see a toe-to-toe, this time from the inside. Gaby leading off. 37 from the inside. He digs a hook to the body. 2 punches land, and yet another gets through because of the slug it out trade as he lands 3 punches. Orlando looks to answer back. 60, he does not. He misses as we go to the 2-minute mark. So far, big brother taking it to little brother. 4 and a 3. This time, we'll see Orlando on the offensive from the outside. 27 from the outside. He rips a jab and a double cross. 3 punches land as he finally gets off the snide and lands punches. And brother Gaby takes all those punches as we go to the minute 40 mark here in the round. 5 and a 5. We'll see again Orlando on the offensive from the outside. 30 from the outside. Again, he rips the jab and that double cross. 3 more punches land as we go to the minute 20 mark as Gaby takes all the punches. 6 and 6. Again, Orlando from the inside this time. 56 from the inside. He misses. Counter opportunity for Gaby Canizales, and he does, landing 2 crosses, 1 to the body and 1 to the head of brother Orlando as we go to the minute mark here in the round. 5 and a 1. We'll see a toe-to-toe from the outside. Gaby leading off, 72 from the outside. He misses. Orlando answers back. A 39 from the outside. A punishing cross follows a jab. 2 punches landed and an uppercut gets through the guard of Gaby Canizales as we go to the 42nd mark here in round number 1. 1 and a 3. Again, a toe-to-toe, this time from the inside. Orlando leading off from the inside. 41 from the inside. A punishing cross follows a jab, and then again another uppercut as 3 punches get through. Gaby looking to answer back with a 48 from the inside. He digs to the body, a hook to the body. 2 punches land, and then an uppercut of his own gets through as he lands 3 punches. As we go to the last 20 seconds of the round, a very busy round from both fighters, both brothers taking it to one another. 6 and a 1. We'll see Orlando Canizales closing out on the inside. 26 from the inside. He rips a jab and doubles the cross. 3 more punches landed by Orlando. No counter from Gaby Canizales as the bell rings, and that will be the end of round number 1. A very busy round for both fighters as both brothers were trying to take it to their brother. Little brother Orlando in that round landed 15 punches to older brother Gaby, who landed 13. So both very, very busy. Only a 2-punch differential, so it could go either way from the judges. I would have to give that first round to little brother Orlando. And our stamina are only 2. There's only 5 points difference in stamina, so that's probably not going to play a part in this bout, but you never know. Our judges for this fight are judges Robert Hull, Larry Rosadilla, and Glenn Trowbridge. Our first judge, Robert Hull. All right. Now Larry Rosadilla. All right. And Glenn Trowbridge. All right. Judges have given their scores. Robert Hull turns in his score. Larry Rosadilla, his card. And then Glenn Trowbridge. Again, I gave that round to Orlando Canizales, but again, my scores are not official. We have the judges for that. As I've heard it said by Al, Red Sox fan, the three blind mice. So we go to round number 2 in this 10-round bout between brothers Orlando and Gaby Canizales. Bell rings. Round number 2 as the dice roll. 6-1. This will again be Orlando Canizales on the offensive from the inside. 72 from the inside. He misses. Counter opportunity for Gaby Canizales, and he does counter back with 2 hooks to the body of brother Orlando as we go to the 240 mark here in the round. Gaby Canizales with momentum, 4 and a 5. Again, we'll see Orlando on the offensive this time from the outside. 46 from the outside, a punishing cross, follows a jab, 2 punches land. The defensive check from Gaby Canizales allows a uppercut to get through his guard as a 3rd punch lands as we go to the 220 mark here in the round. 6 and a 4. Toe-to-toe from the inside. Orlando leading off from the inside. He misses. Gaby answers back with a 23 from the inside. A hook and 2 crosses land. 3 punches land. And then another uppercut gets through as he lands 1 other punch. And it's just outside of his power at 5. And Orlando himself, with his defensive check, he will take back one of those punches as he takes one of them on the glove as we go to the 2-minute mark here in round number 2 in this fight against 2 brothers. 2 and a 4. We'll see Gaby Canizales on the offensive from the inside. 63 from the inside. He misses, but there will be no counter from Orlando as we go to the minute 40 mark here in the round. 4 and 4. We'll see Orlando on the offensive from the inside. 0-5 from the inside. He lands heavy rights and lefts. 4 more punches landed. And there will be no defensive check from Gaby Canizales as we go to the minute 20 mark in the round. 3 and 4. Again, another toe-to-toe, this time from the inside. Orlando leading off, 71 from the inside. He misses. Gaby answers back, and he misses as well as we go to the minute mark here in the round as both brothers missing wildly on that last exchange. 4 and 1. We'll see Orlando on the offensive from the outside, 60 from the outside. He misses, but no counter from brother Gaby as we go to the 42nd mark here in the round. 3 and a 2. Again, a toe-to-toe from the inside. Orlando leading off from the inside. 86 from the inside. There will be a clinch. No punches landed as we go to the 22nd mark here in round number 2. 6 and 2. Again, a toe-to-toe from the inside. Orlando leading off from the inside. He misses. Gaby looks to answer back. 63 from the inside. He misses as well as the bell rings for round number 2 as it ends, and a much less productive round for both fighters in that round as both are trying to fill out the other, both knowing the other boxer really well since they trained together, they lived together. They know each other so well. So in that round, it was 7 punches landed by Orlando to 5 for his brother. Another 2-punch differential round and another very closely contested round between these two brothers. Robert Hull, how will you score this round? Okay. Larry Rosadilla. All right. And Glenn Trowbridge. All 3 judges have entered their scores, turning in their cards to the commission. And after 2 rounds, this is anybody's fight. I have it an even draw so far, maybe a slight edge to Orlando, but I think it's just too hard to tell right now. As we go to round number 3, both fighters trying to get their will enforced on the other, and the brothers are with the sibling rivalry are having none of it. Round number 3, bell rings, dice rolls. 6 and 2, another toe-to-toe from the inside. This time Orlando leading off from the inside. 0-8 from the inside. Lands heavy rights and lefts. 5 punches landed in that exchange from him. As Gaby looks to answer back, he throws an 0-8 from the inside. He uncorks his hands in tight. 5 punches landed from Gaby Canizales as we go to the 240 mark here in this 3rd round. Both fighters just really taking it to one another. This time it will be Gaby on the offensive from the outside, 66 from the outside. He misses, but there will be no counter from Orlando as we go to the minute 20, the 220 mark here in the round. 6 and a 4, another toe-to-toe from the inside. Orlando going first. He misses. Gaby looks to answer back. And he does from the inside with a 10. He uncorks his hands again. 5 more punches landed, and there will be a cut check on Orlando, but the 13 is well beyond his cut range as we go to the 2-minute mark, as Gaby is trying to enforce his will on little brother Orlando. 1 and a 6. Again, Gaby on the offensive from the outside, 0-7 from the outside. Again, he lets go his hands in tight. 4 more punches landed. But Orlando, with his good defense, does take back one of those punches as we go to the minute 40 mark here in round number 3. A round so far being won by older brother Gaby. This time, again, Gaby on the offensive from the inside. 51 from the inside, just outside his range. He misses as he tries to hit the right cross. Orlando, with good head movement, he misses, but there will be no counter as we go to the minute 20 mark here in round number 3. 6 and a 3. Again, this time, Orlando will be on the offensive from the inside. 14 from the inside. He lands heavy rights and lefts. 4 punches landed as he looks to get back into this round. There will be no defense from Gaby as we go to the minute mark here in round number 3. 5 and a 4. We'll see Gaby Canizales on the offensive from the inside. 20 from the inside hook, and 2 crosses land. 3 more punches landed by Gaby, and there will be no defense from Orlando as we go to the 42nd mark here in the round. 2 and a 6, toe-to-toe from the outside. Gaby leading off from the outside. 41 from the outside. Digs and hooks to the body. 3 punches landed as Orlando looks to answer back. 47 from the outside. He throws a punishing cross following it 2 jabs, and he lands 3 punches of his own. as we go to the 22nd mark here in the round. A very busy round by both brothers. 3 and a 6. We'll see Orlando closing it out here in the round, going on the offensive from the inside. 14 from the inside. He lands heavy. 4 more punches landed as the bell rings, as there's no defense. Another busy round for both fighters, as this time Gaby outpointing his brother, as Orlando in round number 3 landed 16 punches to 19 for his brother, Gaby. So again, just a 3-punch differential. So far, we've had every round, the first 2 just being 2-punch differentials, and then round number 3 with a 3-punch differential. So it's making it very difficult for these judges, the fight between these 2 brothers, Robert Hull. All right. Now Larry Rosadilla. Okay. And Glenn Trowbridge. All right. And the scoring is mimicking what we're seeing on playing. These judges are having a difficult time judging this bout. As we are heading into round number 4. Stamina. Orlando's stamina, 28. Gaby's stamina, 32. As we go into round number 4. Orlando with momentum. Both brothers eyeing each other. Bell rings, dice rolls. So 1 and a 3. We'll see a toe-to-toe from the inside. Orlando leading off, but it will be a clinch as we go to the 240 mark here in the round, as both brothers trying to rough the other one up. 1 and a 3. Again, toe-to-toe from the inside. 54 from the inside for Orlando. He misses. Gaby looks to counter back, and he counters back big. 0-2 from the inside. He fires a vicious salvo of punches. 6 punches get through in that exchange between the 2 brothers. And it is a chin check for Orlando, and he is stunned. He is stunned here as Gaby Canizales finally gets through to his brother. As in round number 4, Orlando Canizales has been stunned by his brother. So we will go into the 220 segment. Gaby Canizales will be unopposed, as he will be throwing from the outside. 0-9 from the outside. 4 more punches landed, and it is another chin check for Orlando Canizales, and this time he will go down, as he is knocked down here in round number 4. Gaby is throwing big, round number 4. He has been knocked down. His chin KO is a 2 or under. So first the KO check, and he does not. He gets up at the count of 5, but now we have a will check, and his will now is a 5. Let's see what we have here. And this fight is over. Gaby Canizales has knocked out younger brother Orlando Canizales in round number 4. round number 4, we have seen a stoppage. Round number 4, let's roll to see when this segment 1. Rolled the wrong die. 15 seconds into the round. We see Gaby Canizales knocking out little brother Orlando Canizales. And I have to say, I was surprised. I thought if anybody was going to be knocking out the other, it would have been Orlando knocking out Big Brother. But Big Brother says, I am the bigger brother. And out went Orlando in round number 4. Gaby Canizales has knocked out little brother Orlando as he goes over, consoling his little brother, helping him up. And that is our bout between these two bantamweight brothers, these two champions going at it to decide the champion of the household. And the Canizales belt goes to Gaby Canizales as he knocks out little brother Orlando. I hope all will enjoy, as this was a shorter fight than I anticipated, but a great fight all together. Have a great afternoon. Soli Deo Gloria here from the Bunker Boxing League.